you guys? This is Iron here. You guys just witnessed the Navy performing a self-rescue. And in this video, I want to talk about an item that I always bring into the backcountry. The device that I want to talk about in this video is a personal locator beacon. The Garmin inReach Mini, more specifically. You know, it's not the first time I've seen a helicopter rescue somebody. Last year, I was out in the Olympics when a friend took a fall that almost cost his life. He fell off about a 100-foot tall cliff. We were over 20 miles from the nearest trailhead. It was by far the worst injury I've ever seen in my life. And luckily, me and one other member of our group had our Garmin inReach Minis, and we were able to get him airlifted out of there. So this is a device that I bring on every single backpacking trip that I ever go on. You know, if you would have asked Iron 4 or 5 years ago if he would carry one of these, he would say, heck no. I am just a tiny bit smarter now. Yeah, this thing only weighs 3.5 ounces. You know, anywhere you're at, you're able to message for help. If you hike by yourself, or if you hike in a lot of remote areas, this device can really save your life. When I originally bought one a couple years ago, I was hiking in the North Cascades when a hiker took his fall that did cost him his life. And it was a super tragic incident. Somebody in their group had a spot beacon that they set off. There was no communication back and forth though. The decision was made for me to hike as fast as I could back to the car, drive into the closest town with cell phone service, and, you know, call for help. By the time that I was able to do that, you know, about 4 hours had passed. So I called 911 and they're like, oh, this call's about that beacon that went off. You know, I told them the exact story, what happened. I end up driving back, hiking back. Search and rescue doesn't show up until the next day, which was just pretty crazy to me. But that incident prompted me to buy a Garmin immediately. You know, you really don't want to be in that situation where you realize how important it is to have that way out. You know, it's so easy to think that we're not going to get hurt, or, you know, that's not going to happen to us, but you never know who else you might cross paths with or what might happen. Let me talk about the device itself. Let's turn this thing on here. So you can message it, you can basically text message. So whether it's an emergency or not, I hike into a lot of remote areas and my girlfriend freaks out. I'm able to message her every single day, let her know I'm safe. That's one of my favorite things about this as well. If you have a partner at home, it can be very reassuring to them, just to let them know that you're safe. The thing about the Garmin here, it's really tiny and the buttons are hard to use, but what's cool about it, there's an app. So I can just Bluetooth my messages straight to that. So it's essentially just like sending a text out. You know, I only use it to message my girlfriend pretty much. I try to stay away from technology out here, but it's a nice feature. It's very easy to use. It also, you can download maps to your phones and you can use it as a GPS. I prefer my Gaia GPS app, and what I noticed is if I have my Garmin on, my Gaia GPS app will automatically piggyback off the satellites that my Garmin uses, so it's a really good system. So not only do I have a personal rescue beacon that I can use at any time, if any emergency happens, I also use it as a way to have a more reliable GPS. You know, I think I've inspired about probably close to 10 of my friends that I hike with to get one of these, and, you know, they're all happy. You know, I think it's about $300, which is kind of a lot, but I mean, your life's priceless. So yeah, I will never, ever hike without this. So those are my experiences. Yeah, just last year, seeing it literally save somebody's life. My friend that took that fall, I mean, I don't think he would have made it if we didn't have our Garmins. Over 20 miles from the nearest trailhead, no cell phone service. I mean, no way we could have carried him out. It was a lot of off-trail technical terrain. I mean, I can't even imagine. Yeah, we found him in a pool of blood, in and out of consciousness, compound fractured leg, neck injury, gashes all over his body. You know, it would have been a matter of me or one of us in the group trying to hike out 20 miles as fast as we can to let somebody know what happened, which would have taken, you know, a good part of a day. So Yeah, I've seen firsthand that this thing can really, really save somebody's life. And yeah, that's just priceless. So if you hike by yourself, you should especially think about getting one of these. And I see a lot of people, they get the spot devices, or they get rescue beacons with no communication back and forth. But it's really important to be able to have the text messaging, because if maybe your injury is not that bad, you can let somebody know exactly what's going on. That's huge. Or maybe something happened and you're gonna be home just like a day later. You can let somebody know that they don't need to call search and rescue, that you're gonna be back a day later. I've had no problems with this device. I've been using it for about a year now. Me and my girlfriend actually have one. She tends to get lost sometimes. Yeah, we actually each carry one when we hike together, just in the event that she were to get lost, we'd be able to communicate back and forth. And that peace of mind, that comfort, it's worth it to me. If you guys have any questions about the Garmin, about how it works, leave a comment. I'd be happy to answer them. You guys are awesome. Super stoked you're here, and I will catch you guys very soon. Peace.